Okay, it is a beautiful Friday afternoon. I've just fed the boys. They're tucking into their dinner. Baby's strapped to my back, looking happy. And yeah, we're off to feed the girls. So today I just wanted to talk about basically why are we doing what we're doing. I guess it would be easy if we just plonked them in one spot, left them to do their thing, which is fine. They're pretty happy doing their thing, but it just doesn't feel right to me that they live. I don't feel like a natural pig would live in the conditions that we make them live in. So, you know, knee-deep mud. So yeah, that led me to think, well, how can we solve that problem? Excuse me. How can we solve that problem? So we have the land, luckily, that we can do a bit of experimenting. So we are. I think Rafe would rather talk over me. Do you want to say your bit? What do you reckon? Other side. So yeah, we're lucky enough to have the land to do a bit of experimenting. And as you've probably seen in some of the other videos, we have got the girls down living in like a relatively new tree plantation. Oh, they're very hungry. We're gonna have to give them some food. So yeah, they're living in this tree plantation at the moment. And they are getting what I wanted. They're getting the grass. So they are, every week they've got a fresh grass to move into, which is excellent. So yeah, excellent. They've got what they need. Admittedly, it doesn't stay grass for that long, which is why it's Friday today. So Saturday is moving day. They're going to be moving into where I'm stood here. So that's basically the reason for what we're doing. We just felt like this is better for the animal. These two girls are our sows, so they are producing all of the pork that we produce on the farm. So in my mind, if they're healthy, if they live enriched lives, then everything that follows them is happy as well. So the end goal I would absolutely love. My dream is to have all of our pigs rotating round the field that you can see behind me. There's a lot that needs to happen before I can just do that. The pigs we have at the moment, the boys, are not anywhere near, I cannot trust them to anywhere near an electric fence. I've tried, and it's completely my own error. I basically didn't train them at a young enough age. So they have an electric fence that separates their paddock at the moment, and they just ignore it most of the time. They either jump through it, jump over it. I've now raised the wire, so they jump through it, snap the wires. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. They just they'll always find a way of breaking it. So I'm accepting they're going to the abattoir in March. So I'm just accepting that they're going to be up in the top paddock until they go. But from now on, I'm going to be training all our piglets, anyone we keep, to the electric fence, which means they can eventually, once they've weaned and they're a good enough size that I can trust that they can be down here, and I'll decide if they're good enough to be down here, and because we have a road probably 100 meters that way, so and there's nothing stopping them after they come out of that electric fence to go straight into the road. I would be a very unpopular neighbor, I think, if that was the case. So so yeah, that's the goal. That's why we're doing what we're doing. On top of that, we used to go up and down here. You can maybe you can't see. We used to go up and down here mowing it. That's what we were told to do by the Woodland Trust, to basically maintain the trees, which is great, and that is what we've done. They've not really flourished, or lots of them haven't flourished. So I think going for a different approach. The pigs are coming in and hopefully they'll be fertilising the land. They're turning it over a little bit. I'm hoping it's not going to do any harm. Lots of the weaker ones that are getting browsed by the deer anyway, I'm not positive they were going to be successful anyway. So if we have a couple of trees that are flattened by pigs, then so be it. As for a pig update, the girls are, from what I can tell, in their actual temperament, they're loving what they've got here. Rosie's still the boss of the whole show. Maggie still, you can see here, she's probably being kept off the food a little bit. But in general, yeah, they are happy pigs, which is my #1 goal. I feel like they are much more in their natural environment. I know it would be better if all of these trees were a full woodland and I can have a silvo pasture. That would be great, but we're not there yet. We might be there in 10 years, who knows. One thing I'd like to update on, the arcs. I'm not sure. I think I'm happy with how it is in there. It is a little bit muddy, but bearing in mind we're literally moving tomorrow, I think that's kind of what I expected. It's had one whole bale of straw in there, so yeah, I would say that's pretty decent. It's really, really wet down here, so yeah, I think it's drier than everywhere else. They've got shelter. It looks like there's a patch that they're using that's pretty decent. I know it's not going to be as clean and as tidy as like the arcs we have that have floors. They're like sat on pallets off the ground, that sort of stuff. But no, I'm pretty pleased with how they're holding up. They're doing kind of exactly what I wanted. Like I said, we move tomorrow, and they're perfectly acceptable. So yeah, that is a big plus for me. I was quite worried that they weren't going to. Were you worried as well? That they weren't going to sort of be up to scratch and it wasn't going to be suitable. I've never kept pigs in arcs with no floor, but I know lots of people do that, so I don't really know why I was worried. But it's just something different, I suppose.